Welcome back to the show. You know, the fruits and nuts of the Occupy Wall Street conflagration are coming to Toronto this weekend. I am very excited. Joining us now from Los Angeles is a man who has gone, I hate to say it, into the bowels of Occupy Wall Street when they went into Los Angeles. Andrew Breitbart. Andrew, welcome to the show. I'm going to call you a rebel journalist, a dissident journalist, because you're contrary to the mainstream media. Is that a good way of describing you?
I don't care how they describe me. I mean, that's one of the things that I benefit from, is that I'm indescribable. They call me an agent provocateur. They call me a performance artist. When the mainstream media is a wall between the American people and information, one has to figure out unique ways to get stories out there that they don't want to go out there for ideological reasons.
You're so right. And on this Occupy Wall Street, the consensus media, that's the phrase I use because they all are reading from the same song sheet. The consensus media loves them and is trying to pretend that they are as legitimate and representative as Americans as the organic Tea Party movement was. Now, you took a camera into the bowels, and I'm using that word on purpose because it's pretty gross out there. You took a camera into the Occupy LA, and you discovered very quickly it's not a grassroots movement. It is a highly orchestrated campaign. We got 3 clips from you. I'm going to run them and ask you for your commentary. The first is when you discovered a big labor union boss who was managing things. Can we roll the first clip?
Anthony Navarrete, General Services Worksite Organizer, SEIU. So you're my minder. But you're following me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Why?
Huh? I have the right to be out here, just like you do.
So you're following me wherever I go.
I have the right to be out here, just like you.
You have the right to basically stalk me.
I have the right to be here, just like you.
So when I walk 10 feet to my right, you're going to be there?
I have the right to be here, just like you.
That was sort of weird. So you were at this supposedly grassroots organic thing, and there's a big union boss from the SEIU union who was assigned to you to be your minder. What was that all about, Andrew?
Well, I've been going to radical left-wing get-togethers for the last 2.5 years in their desire to not just defeat the Tea Party, but to create a counter-Tea Party. This has been going on for 2.5 years in the United States. So I've confronted the SEIU in countless cities, in countless venues where they're protesting the Tea Party. In one incident, the SEIU called me gay at an anti-hate rally because I was able to show that it was AstroTurf against the Tea Party. In another event,
so calling you gay was their way of insulting you at an anti-hate rally. They thought the worst thing they could call you was gay. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and it forced the leader of the group to put the SEIU members on camera on public school buses that had brought them out to the Tea Party gathering. So we had exposed them, and we exposed the SEIU for attacking a black man by the name of Kenneth Gladney and calling him the N-word at a town hall meeting where regular citizens were asking questions of a Democratic congressman, asking him about Obamacare. So the SEIU has been everywhere organizing against the grassroots Tea Party, and it's no surprise that the SEIU helped get President Obama elected, got loaned millions of dollars, much of which they got from Bank of America in order to help get Barack Obama elected. So the irony is that SEIU has loans with Bank of America, which got President Obama elected, and they're protesting Bank of America in this Occupy Wall Street rally. Huh. It's hypocritical, to say the least.
Here's another clip you have, and this is well, I'll let it speak for itself. Roll the second clip, please.
What?
You cannot actually give a message to a capitalist.
Can't give a message to a capitalist. Well, I mean, I'm not sure why you would protest if you don't think your messages could come through, but putting aside the lack of logic in her point, is that really the definition of what this Occupy movement is about? It's basically Marxism or socialism, and they're not even pretending, are they?
Well, by the way, you saw young Vanessa. Do not say a negative word about pretty young Vanessa. And her designer sunglasses. What you didn't see young Vanessa have to say is, I asked her what she is philosophically, and she said a socialist. I asked her, oh, why are you a socialist? And she said, well, come to think of it, there are 3 people who influenced me to become a socialist. She said, and I didn't script this for her, she said, a professor, her best friend in prison, and a graduate professor. And I said, so academia had a say in you becoming a socialist activist. And she said, well, it was mostly her best friend in prison. I said, why is your best friend in prison? And she said, because of robbery. She paused. Because he's poor. And then I went on to ask the rest of the crowd a simple question in the form of thumbs up or thumbs down. Capitalism, thumbs up or thumbs down, in which every single person there had their fingers down instinctively, and my minder, Anthony Navarrete of the SEIU.
Yeah, we're watching that thumbs up or thumbs down clip right now. You can give them the thumbs down. So a woman who goes to graduate school, who goes to university, I mean, only rich,
it's a cliche.
Mainly it's rich folks going to university, let's be honest. Most blue-collar folks don't go. Most folks with designer sunglasses. I mean, this is really elites pretending to be grassroots. This is AstroTurf, fake grassroots, right?
Yes, it's, you know, we're right now sifting through an email chain. I'm breaking this news here that predates September 17th, when the occupation of Wall Street and fill-in-the-blank city, including Toronto, apparently in the coming days, is that this is the same. These are the same types of groups, the anti-WTO crowd that in 1999 attacked Seattle, attacked Starbucks, threw trash cans through the windows of Starbucks. This is the same group of people that created Camp Casey at President Bush's compound or house in Crawford, Texas. This was the anti-war movement, has now been co-opted as a means to divert attention away from the Tea Party and onto an organization that shifts the blame from the government for giving these out-of-control loans to their political cronies to the banks, many of which took the bailouts. It is a sleight of hand for the benefit of the Democratic Party and for the benefit of President Obama to change the onus away from the government policies that created our failed economic system.
Andrew Breitbart, thank you for joining us from L.A. We will look forward to more news from you. Hey.